It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the UCLA Bruins taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bruins will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Power football with the run. On the move at the 30. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Washington.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So UCLA's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Get it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Emmanuel. Scrambling away. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't make the connection. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Looking to move it through the air. He'll fire to his right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like. You're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you can tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. But not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The Huskies want to crank the tempo. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Huskies need to pick it up on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Using the quick game. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. UCLA will go back to work on offense.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The give to the tailback. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Emmanuel. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. Just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Back to the air one more time. Safe completion on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, on the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the foot.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a real 17. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Looking downfield, it's Emmanuel. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, and the QB so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Washington right back to the line.
Man, the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Going up top on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Huskies! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The defense is going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to throw. It's Emmanuel. Intercepted. Touchdown, Washington. And this defense coming up with points of their own. An interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not...
He lofts one down the sideline. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Huskies! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it 1st and 10. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Now on the return.
Returner is tackled down at the 30. And your Washington Huskies will take over 1st and 10.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots, smart, but when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the 2nd half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going Pete.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Coming after it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long. I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Using his legs as Sheriff. Fights off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Zings it complete to the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Running back goes in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Touchdown, Huskies! And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Stevens. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making you honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Bruins will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. From midfield, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The offense set for a 1st down play. Gonna run it. It's Sheriff. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no. We're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these quick throw two, obviously, I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Forced out of the pocket. And the ball's out, and they're after it. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
37, UCLA, 7.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, looking to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington!